Okay, so we're back, and it's not just a reaction at this time. Basically, I watched the episode, react to the episode if you want to check the reaction out. But people are saying that I missed things. So what we're going to do today, we're going to analyze One Piece episode 1062 that I am dubbing the best One Piece episode ever. In regards to fight sequences, I'd say that, because when you get to One Piece episodes, you get sentimental things, emotions sometimes involved. It's hard to say the best One Piece episode, but we're gonna say the best fight sequence in One Piece ever, including movies. Maybe that might be going a bit far. Been some good fight sequences in movies. Bullet versus the Supernova, Zephyr versus Luffy, Zephyr versus Kizaru. I don't know. It's tough sometimes when you narrow it down, but guys, here we are. Let's get to the episode, and we're gonna try to slow it down and watch things and take our time. It may be a longer episode than normal, but we're here to enjoy the episode and really take it all in, because there are different stills that we didn't see, etc. So we're gonna take our time. We're gonna compare the backstory to what we actually saw in the manga. It's gonna be a doozy, right? So without further ado, let's get to it. So here we are. So again, there's gonna be a lot of pausing, but this is us really appreciating the episode, right? Yeah, I mean, One Piece has some of the best choreography. What Luffy versus Kaido is some of the best choreography. So anytime we can see it again, I love it. But it's funny, like, showing Kaido just throwing Luffy around and saying, "Yo, Kaido is the strongest around. Like, you guys are not gonna accomplish the things you want to accomplish." And I love that the belief that King has in Kaido as well. It's reminiscent of Zoro and Luffy's a bit different though, because Zoro has his own goal and it's supplemented, or Luffy's goal aids his as well. With King, he doesn't really seem to have a goal that we know of. Yes, he wants the world to change, but it's not a defined goal. It is very general, somewhat vague. I would like to know more about it, to be honest. And what I like in this episode, it was not too much aura, right? They definitely calmed down and toned down the aura. It was a lot more just appropriate, I think. I mean, towards the end, it got crazy, but just rightfully so. Yo, he said, "Along with the sword and my city to hell." Wait, let me go back a little bit. Was that one of the instances? Because King kept exploding. So this is a lot of like stills and the explosions. It's just a beautiful sequence, because we know Zoro can cut fire, cut flame. And so King is having Zoro fight in a ball of flame here. And Zoro's basically disperse all the flame so he can see and attack his target. This scene, this choreography is a bit wonky because they're using closer scenes, so they have to draw less frames, it seems like, or less animation, because a lot of it, they're using previous scenes. Again, I'm not an animation specialist by any part. They're using previous scenes to transition to the next ones, right? Look how quickly that scene jumped, right? So it kind of saves time, because it's so close up. It's up close and personal. It gives you a different feel, a different perspective. I like it. And what I like is a subtle technique within, because Zoro's a swordsman, because Zoro has more technique than King would. And King having to adjust to it. Because he's a swordsman, he's going to get attacks in like that. And King is going to be hard pressed for King to get attacks in on Zoro. But King is a Lunarian, so attacks like this regularly are not going to work just like that. King is, without a doubt, one of the coolest right hands or commanders, period. Something that also goes unnoticed, and again, this guy's, I don't care how long I'm talking, because the whole point of this is analysis and breakdown. Zoro is one of the quickest attackers. He's not the fastest One Piece character, but as far as attack speed, he's probably one of the fastest, if not, I don't want to say the fastest, but there are few people faster than Zoro in regards to attacks. I like how quick King transformed here too into his Zoan form. And with King talking now about Zoro being weak and wanting to be a king, it makes more sense once we get to flashback, because now we know that King, it's a certain level of authority that he holds, or he views people that want to be on that level, because he himself, he has those aspirations, right? Would make a lot of sense. He had Conqueror's Haki as well. We had a clash of conquerors to overcome, to take that next step to becoming Pirate King, but we never got that. When Zoro uses his brain, there are a few that can contest him. And they're showing here just how difficult it is to fight someone like King. He is trouble. He's trouble. He is difficult. He is a problem. I like this a lot. It looked like they both got, well, Zoro got sent back. He jumped back and King kind of blitzed him. Did Zoro dodge it? Okay, so he went under him. Used that as a somersault. Came back with a tiger hunt. Yo, he gave himself a lot of leverage by somersaulting, coming up over top. King bounced back, using his wings as leverage. It is a beautiful, yo, it's so much beautiful choreography. But Zoro, because of the leverage he gave himself, he had the upper hand here with his tiger hunt. Overwhelmed King. Zoro is physically a monster, bro. Physically a monster. Look at the Conqueror's hockey just dripping off the blade. But with this, he's analyzing. Wait, so going back, when did he realize this about the flame? It's hard to say, but let's look at it really quickly. Let's look at this sequence to see if we can real time figure out when Zoro tried the flame thing. So he's watching, right? No flame. So then he uses his opportunity to go back after him. No flame on King. That's when he goes after him. Why didn't King just put on the flames here? He could have just put on the flames already, right? Or is it a cooldown time? I don't think so. But it was a hypothesis that he had, and he went after it, and it worked. Legend. He burns them up for knowing too much. King is a beast, bro. Yo, I like this shot of Zoro at the top, just looking down at him, just like just in that hole. It's a position of authority. I like that a lot. They make it seem like the cameraman is almost like, almost on a jetpack. Like, we gotta go see this, man. Is that a UFO? He turns into a UFO? Oh, that's sick. Zoro did that before. Not a UFO, but this is crazy. Yo, this is insane. King is a monster, bro. What? I love it. I love it. You're right, Zoro. It doesn't matter what color he is. So, like, based on what the anime portrays it, I don't think the purple is Enma's haki or Odin's haki. From what I can think, I think the purple is when Enma's in control. The green is when Zoro's in control. I don't know. You guys can give me your perspective on that. He's saying that, yeah, he said, nah, it's our turn. He really believes in Kaido. I like the flashback, but again, I need a 4-episode special. I need it. This is a sick, just this image. King has his own purple lightning. It's not Conqueror's, but listen, man. Like Zoro, it seems like Onigiri, the scale of it at this point, it is on another level. It is on another level, bro. Listen, and the crazy part, everything up to this point was tame in regards to what was to come. Crazy. He's getting disgusted. Flashback time. So in this one, King says, he said, let us out. What have we done to you? So it makes it seem like they were at one point working with the world government, and it's like a multitude of them that they're burning and experimenting with. But I guess King is the only one that survived. That's interesting. So what happens here with Zoro and King is from chapter 1035. That's after Queen gets defeated, right? And so what we have here, we're going to go through the entire thing, boys and girls. We're going to go through the entire. Here we have it. Where Zoro cuts down his. Look at what they had to work with. All right, look at what they had to work with. Took his mask off. He goes at Zoro. He's fighting against Zoro. That UFO attack, that's filler. That wasn't there. That UFO attack's not there. Here we have it. It's just like a lot of those clashes that they're adding in the anime are not there. It's just really simple stuff. He's sending a bunch of fire. He's going at Zoro. Zoro's blocking. And it's after all that we saw, that interaction we had, the anime adding filler, this is when Zoro gets serious and he uses Enma. Then we go to the flashback. Think about everything we just saw. Most of that is filler. Literally, King versus Zoro, 1, 2, 3 pages. Hold on. King versus Zoro, 1, 2, 3 pages. Then we get the flashback. The flashback is literally half a page, right? Lunarian, he pulls him out. Then he asks him, can he change the world? Then they walk out of there. Then Purgatory Onigiri, Imperial Flame Wings. They have a clash, right? Zoro uses bird dance. He figures out the rules of his body. This is when Zoro talks to him about blocking his attacks. Then King talks about him being biologically incapable. And this is the final attack right here. The extra large Imperial Flaming Wings. When Zoro does Dragon Damnation. The final attack there. So think about just one chapter and what they turn it into. Guys, we got to give the animators their credit because it's not much. It's stuff to work with, but they had to get in there. Okay, just want you guys to remember everything here that leads up to Bird Dance, right? After the flashback. But even the flashback, right? Even the flashback here. It is literally half a page. It is literally him thinking about Kaido pulling him out. Can you change the world? And them walking out of there. They're adding so much more character and heart to their flashback. It's nothing like it, man. So I'm a pirate. So it seems like for King, like he gets annoyed when somebody just likes him because he's a Lunarian. 1/ Kaido different, bro. Like I said, I would like if we got some more about this changing the world, but and this we have the walkout. But again, of course, this is added filler, that added appropriate filler. Kaido using Haki to knock them out. Kaido using Haki. Yo, that's so cool. Let's see that one more time. Because we've never really seen that before. In real time, Kaido used King's Haki like that. That's so cold. I didn't notice this when I was watching it the first time. So Kaido knocked his out in his way. And for King, he did it in his way. It's like Superboy. Like Kaido's Superman, he's Superboy. Like they're so similar in different ways. I love it, bro. That's cold. That's cold. I love that. That's nice. But this is how you amplify something. That would be crazy though. Meeting a man and this man telling me, he asked me my name. Then I tell him my name. Then he's like, oh man, you're strong. Just what about King, right? I think it's like if you haven't had that figure in your life, it might hit you a little. I wish a lot of their relationship was built up again more in Wano while we were there. It doesn't feel as much, but seeing their start, okay, a lot of new content. This is insanity. Look how beautiful this is. And mind you, Zoro's just floating, using debris to push off. Somersaults backwards. And he's saying the flames are so hot, they're like magma. And it's so crazy. King is like, first of all, incredibly much larger than Zoro. He can fly. And Zoro has to maneuver in the air fighting against this monster. Going through magma, getting slammed, but still holding his own off balance, off kilter. Different. Zoro's like, because King's trying to use his attack again, his sword technique to take Zoro's blades. It sends both of them flying. I thought this was so cool. Again, a lot of filler being added. This is so dope. Out of nowhere. This is the bird dance that slashed him. What's up with right hands having like shoes like this? They're both sending flying attacks. Just beautiful parries by Zoro. Sending flying attacks to keep King off kilter. How I look at this animation is that they're moving so fast that it's hard to see them cleanly. And Zoro has to use leverage a lot because he can't fly. And this is probably one of his best leveraged attacks. His Tiger Hunt. Coming off of the somersault because he has the higher ground. He's coming downwards. His favorite setup for sure. And it overwhelmed King last time. So why would you not try it again? King manages to take it this time. Look how much force is generating. That behind them, that's the impact of what Zoro is bringing. That's how much force they're generating. Mind you, he's blocking with his flame on, which is saying something in itself. He sends Zoro back. Insane strength. Knowing how strong Zoro is to do this to someone like Zoro, that bird dance got him though. Here's the thing. That's the thing with Zoro. He's relentless. Relentless. And no devil fruit. So this is the one. Like he's just, it seems like the flames ignite him and they propel him obviously. More firepower, more force, more torque. This is just beautiful. This is just beautiful animation. I like how they had him do this as well. In the air, creating like an insane attack using his powers. It's just a perfect setting. Zoro's response here was apt, saying, I dislike making excuses like that more than anything. Where he's saying, I'm not going to say I lost because I'm biologically not supposed to beat you. That's why I want to beat you, because biologically I'm not supposed to. That's why I win. This is such a beautiful attack. And the animation went up a notch for this final sequence. I think this was a sequence with Zoro. Look at this. Look at this. Turned into a demon. Look at the size of him. Where it's like, what I represent, that's how big it looks. Don't look at me, but the size of my spirit. Animation, this is the best. Now, this is the one, right? Where if you're just watching it, you're not paying attention to it. Look at this. He's a kid. He's in his mask, right? It's so beautiful. It's so beautiful. Like, it's so beautiful, bro. All the different forms. I can't say enough to create something of this nature. Look at the dragon. First of all, this is ripping through the terrain. If this touches you, it's over. Look how it's ripping through the terrain. This is a Yonko caliber attack. This man cannot be stopped, cannot be tamed. It's not about the size of me. It's the size of my spirit, the size of my will. Look at how bro, this is, I'm sorry. There are not a lot of people that are beating Zoro, bro. This form of what this man is, and he can't fly. Just went through that Imperial Dragon. 103 mercies. At this point, it was a battle of will. And I'm sorry, you're not beating Zoro at this. Remember they did this before? The dragon versus the tiger? But this one is Dragon Damnation. Masterpiece. Whatever awards you have, give it to them. Because this is what a masterpiece looks like. And look who comes out of there. The wing is gone. That sword is broken. He kind of changed his ambitions because of Kaido. Damn. He has insane resolve too. Like he's one of the top pirates in the world. But the thing is, when you judge the resolve, right? And I think that's the main difference. King, his resolve, it somewhat wavered and he changed where it's like, okay, I want you to make a better world. Now I don't care for anything. I just want to make you the pirate king, right? But what do you want? For Zoro, he still wants to be the world's greatest. And because of the world's greatest, that ambition, that standard, that set, he has just that bit much because there's something that he's striving towards. You're just basically wanting to push for Kaido. Look at this speech. I don't think anybody would want to go in his way at this point. And people that talk about Kaido and he using Ashura to defeat Kaido, this version of Zoro, if he attacked Kaido, it's leaving a completely different mark. This version of Zoro, look at this. This boy is different. Look how elegant he is this time. This is, again, no, they will always gas Zoro. Ah! Every time I see this, it's gonna break me. It's gonna break me because this is what you call, right? This is what you call a masterpiece. And guys, I'll leave it here. That was the best fight sequence in One Piece ever. Probably. Possibly. Probably recency bias, but I don't care. We're going to say it regardless. Like the video. Subscribe. All that good stuff. Let me know if you enjoyed this. I'll catch y'all in the next one, man.